Every single day, stores near you are literally throwing away thousands of dollars worth of gardening material, and they are doing it for free. Not selling it, not donating it, throwing it in a dumpster. And if you knew what was inside those bins, you would never spend a single dollar on fertilizer, compost, or soil amendments ever again. The number 7 on this list is something most gardeners have never even heard of, and it might be the most powerful soil builder on the planet. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, your garden will never be the same. Before we get into it, here is something that will blow your mind. The gardening industry is worth over $60 billion a year. $60 billion, and a massive chunk of that money goes toward products that stores and supermarkets already produce as waste. Every single morning before most people even wake up, the stuff I am about to show you is not just good enough as a substitute. In many cases, it is actually better than what you pay full price for. So let's stop wasting money and start thinking smarter. Number 1. Cardboard from grocery stores and big box stores. This one seems obvious, but most people are not using it right. Cardboard is not just a weed barrier. When you layer it thick, 6 to 8 sheets deep, overlapping the edges, and you wet it down completely, it becomes a slow-release carbon source that feeds the soil biology underneath for months. Earthworms go absolutely crazy for it. The secret is to ask the store specifically for uncoated, unbleached cardboard. Avoid the shiny stuff. Most grocery stores and home improvement stores will happily give you flattened boxes for free if you ask the back of store manager. Some will even set it aside for you. This is lasagna composting at its finest, and it costs you nothing. Number 2. Coffee grounds from cafés. Here is where it gets interesting. Coffee grounds are not just mildly useful. They are nitrogen-dense, they improve drainage in clay soils, they attract beneficial worms, and they help suppress certain fungal diseases. Starbucks actually had a program called Grounds for Your Garden, where they bagged up used grounds for free. Many locations still do this quietly, even if it is not advertised. But it goes beyond the big chains. Local cafes produce enormous amounts of grounds daily, and most of them are thrilled to have someone take them off their hands. Just call ahead. A 5-gallon bucket of coffee grounds mixed into your compost pile or sprinkled around acid-loving plants, like blueberries, azaleas, and tomatoes, can make a visible difference in weeks. Number 3. Overripe fruits and vegetables from grocery stores. Most people think this is just compost material, and yes, it absolutely is. But there is a layer deeper that most gardeners miss completely. Overripe produce is teeming with wild yeasts and beneficial bacteria. When you bury chunks of it directly into your garden beds, not on top but 6 to 8 inches deep, you are inoculating your soil with living biology. This technique is sometimes called trench composting, and it is one of the oldest gardening methods on Earth. The nutrients release slowly right where the plant roots are. Some stores have agreements with food banks first, but many still discard produce daily. A polite conversation with the produce manager is often all it takes. Bring your own bags or buckets, be professional, and you will often find a reliable weekly source. Number 4. Straw and hay from feed stores. Feed stores regularly end up with bales that have gotten wet, broken apart, or are simply too old to sell as animal feed. For a gardener, these are treasure. Straw mulch suppresses weeds, retains moisture, regulates soil temperature, and breaks down into organic matter over a single growing season. Old or damaged bales that stores cannot sell are often available for next to nothing or completely free. Lay a 4 to 6 inch layer around your vegetables, and you can cut your watering frequency in half during summer. If you find a bale that has started to decompose on the outside, even better, that outer layer is already beginning to turn into the kind of rich, dark organic matter your plants crave. Number 5. Banana peels and citrus rinds from smoothie bars. Juice bars and smoothie shops go through enormous quantities of fruit every day. The rinds and peels that are left behind are potassium gold. Potassium is one of the 3 major plant nutrients, essential for root development, disease resistance, and fruit formation. Banana peels alone contain up to 42% potassium by dry weight. You can dry them and grind them into a powder, blend them with water to make a liquid fertilizer, or simply chop them and bury them near your pepper and tomato plants. Citrus rinds, while slower to break down, contain oils that can repel certain soil pests. Ask your local smoothie shop if they will save scraps for you. Most are happy to do so. Number 6. Sawdust and wood shavings from hardware stores and lumber yards. This one comes with an important warning, so pay attention. Raw sawdust added directly to your garden will temporarily rob the soil of nitrogen as it breaks down. This is called nitrogen immobilization. However, and this is the key, if you compost it first, or mix it heavily with a nitrogen source like coffee grounds or manure, it becomes a phenomenal soil amendment. It improves aeration and water retention in dense, compacted soils. Hardware stores, cabinet makers, and lumber yards often have mountains of untreated wood shavings. Make sure it is untreated, non-pressure treated wood. Avoid anything that smells like chemicals or has been painted or stained. Clean raw wood shavings are free biological material waiting to enrich your soil. Number 7. Kelp and seaweed from fish markets. Now here's the one most of you have never considered, and it might be the most powerful item on this entire list. Seaweed is one of the most complete soil amendments in the natural world. It contains over 60 trace minerals, natural plant growth hormones called cytokinins, and alginic acid, a compound that acts as a soil conditioner, helping sandy soils retain water and breaking apart clay. Fish markets and seafood counters often receive their fish packed in fresh seaweed and simply throw it away. This is not easy to find everywhere, but in coastal cities and areas with active fish markets, it is surprisingly accessible. Even a small amount of seaweed introduces a spectrum of micronutrients that bagged fertilizers simply cannot replicate. This one item alone can transform struggling garden soil into something genuinely alive. Number 8. Eggshells from bakeries and restaurants. Bakeries crack hundreds, sometimes thousands, of eggs every day. Those shells go straight into the trash. Eggshells are composed almost entirely of calcium carbonate, which slowly releases calcium into the soil, helping to prevent blossom end rot in tomatoes, peppers, and squash. They also help raise the pH of overly acidic soils. The trick is to crush them finely before adding them to soil. Whole shells take years to break down. A coffee grinder or a rolling pin does the job. Call your local bakery or diner and ask if you can collect their shells weekly. Most will say yes without hesitation because you are solving a disposal problem for them. Number 9. Expired seed packets from garden centers. At the end of each season, garden centers and hardware stores pull unsold seed packets off the shelves. Many of these seeds are still perfectly viable. Germination rates drop slightly with age, but most seeds remain usable for 2 to 3 years past their printed date. The trick is timing. Visit in late summer or early fall when they are clearing inventory. Test germination by placing a few seeds between damp paper towels for a week. If they sprout, plant them. Simple as that. Number 10. Newspaper and uncoated paper from print shops. Old newspapers and plain paper scraps are one of the most underused garden resources available. Like cardboard, paper adds carbon to compost, but it breaks down faster. It is also invaluable for making seed starter pots. Roll a sheet around a bottle, fold the bottom, fill with soil, and plant directly. The paper pot biodegrades in the ground. Print shops and offices often have rejected print runs, paper scraps, and end rolls that go straight to the recycling bin. Most are happy to give them away. Just confirm they use soy-based inks. The gardening world has been selling you things that the waste stream was already producing for free. Cardboard, coffee grounds, produce scraps, seaweed, eggshells, none of this requires a budget. It requires awareness and a willingness to ask. The best gardeners in the world are not the ones who spend the most money. They are the ones who understand what the soil actually needs. Start with just 2 or 3 items from this list this week. Visit one store, have one conversation, and collect one bucket of something that would have ended up in a landfill. Your plants will reward you in ways that no expensive bag of fertilizer ever will, and if you want to go deeper, make sure you do not miss it.